to Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn.
So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning, people. It is Friday morning. What a wet, wild week we're having, man. All right, so I tell you, I love it when it's wet. I love the wetness. You know what I mean? I love the wetness. Cool down the place. You understand? All kind of thing washing away right now. You understand? Ah, boy. I'm telling you, it's a lot of rain, boys. A lot of rain, I lied. We got a few things to talk about this morning, and we don't have any guest book, but Chef is in the building, and we will chat with Chef in just a little bit. But before we do that, of course, we want to get into the news today, take a look at what's going on in the paper, and we also want to look at the press conference from yesterday, where Saddam Hussein spoke about the Companies Act and a lot of companies, a lot of them state-owned, that are in breach of the law in terms of filing their annual returns and so on and so forth. But I'll get into that. We also want to look at this mad situation with the Governor of Central Bank. How the Governor of Central Bank could stop an audit? That was in the paper earlier this week. A long time I want to get to it this week. We dealt with the issue of him not releasing the information, release of Forex. But how we could stop an audit? I saw that in the paper there. I was like, huh? Look, if I was the government, I'd have pay him off and send him packing. I ain't waiting for no contract in. That is all. Hit him at Jawala. You understand? Do the same thing and do with Jawala. And pay him whatever down the road. You understand? Because he seems to be standing in the middle of a lot of very important information that is needed. That whole Forex issue, there's a serious situation in the country. And it's serious questions that the Prime Minister is asking and serious information that she needs as it relates to that, to establish and chart a way forward. And then we have this audit, the audit that I don't understand how a governor could stop audit. We'll get to that, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, most definitely. And these companies that are in breach, these state companies, a lot of them, a lot of these boards, given a lot of trouble. I never see nothing so, you know. It is standard procedure. You're politically appointed, government change, you resign and you go your way. Some of these people and them refuse to resign and want to stay there under the guise that they're in the middle of some. It don't matter what you're in the middle of. Everything that you all have been doing, all the business you all have been conducting has to be assessed. You have to resign and go your way. And they're giving real trouble. So could you imagine a lot of these state companies, right, that in breach of the Companies Act, in terms of filing their annual returns and so on and so forth, that the board had to be held accountable for that. But some of them don't want to resign. On that alone, all they should resign. That all they couldn't even file all their annual returns. I tell you, the kind of madness going on in this place, eh? Oh boy. Anyway, Newsday. Flooded out. Mohammed Ghafoor, age 69, carefully walks through flood water outside the Suraj Trace in Dibay. All right, on Thursday, he in knee-high water. It's on the front page of the paper there. Obviously, the government has a lot of work to do down in Penal and Dibay. That's like a real flood zone, right? So I've been trying to assess the situation in terms of where we are with this flooding scene. I know Khadija, she just got started with the work that needs to be done, clearing water courses and so on and so forth. And we probably won't see the benefits of her work, or if there is lack of work, lack thereof, between now and the next rainy season. But we're looking and checking out the scene and seeing what's going on. All right, but flood danger still high. Minister satisfied with the state response, but warns that flood danger is still high. Rural Development and Local Government Minister Khadija Amin says while government is pleased with its flood response thus far, the country is not out of danger as further flooding is possible. All right, and she was speaking at the post-cabinet media conference yesterday. Now you can take a read on that. Today's Friday the 13th, boy, fellas, boy. Well, look out for Jason and Freddy Krueger. All right, nice. Yeah, man. All right. Wassa said the rains are affecting the water supply. Wassa said the heavy rainfall was affecting water quality and delivery in Toko, Balandra, Matura, parts of Valencia, parts of Arima, Pinto Road, Mount Pleasant, Calvary Hill, La Pastora, Lopino, Surrey Village, parts of Maracas, St. Joseph, Maracas Village, Las Cuevas, La Fillette, Blanchishes, El Dorado, Takarigo, and parts of Tunapuna. In Tobago, affected areas are Hope, John Dial, Bacolet, Hope, John Dial, Bacolet, Scarborough, Mariah, Upper Golden Lane, and Mason Hall. How about that third of Trinidad? Huh? Boy. 4 FCB ATM machines smashed in Port of Spain. 4. 4 First Citizens Bank ATMs on Independence Square, Port of Spain were found vandalized on June 11th with total damage estimated at $33,000. Reports say around 4 a.m. a customer attempting to use one of the machines told an amalgamated security officer stationed at the bank's credit card center on Chacon Street that the machine was damaged. The officer discovered all 4 machines had been smashed, and the matter was reported to the Central Police Station. And officers from the Criminal Investigation Department visited to investigate. Later that same day, 2 armed men robbed a Subway restaurant on Arpita Avenue in Woodbrook. Wait now, that is Subway I just walked into? Around 3:20 p.m., the cashier was at the register when she heard someone behind her saying, "Nobody move, go in the back." On turning around, she saw 2 men dressed in black, one of whom had his face covered. One suspect was described as approximately 5 feet 9 inches tall, while the other was about 6 feet tall. The men ran away along Gala Street in Woodbrook. And then our next robbery in Aruka, where a 41-year-old man of Windy Hill was robbed of his car at gunpoint on the evening of June 10th. Look, another idiot. I really don't know what the police had to tell all again, It's either all they hard of hearing or they're not hearing, just absolutely stupid. I really don't know, People like this, we need to put them on an island. Just take them and put them on an island and leave them there. Just move them away from the rest of the population. Man robbed of $27,000 after responding to a Facebook ad. How many more of these are you going to read about in the papers? Are you all just dumb? You had to be. The other day we had a man get robbed there after some grinder thing. All read that story? We spoke about it on Fifth Officials. That man was talking, apparently Grindr is some gay app. All right? So if you're looking for love in that in that vibration, well, apparently grinder is where you go. Right? And he talking to our next man at 12:05 a.m. on a Monday morning. And while talking to the man, he decided to jump in his vehicle and to go and meet up with this man in Santa Cruz around 12:45 a.m. on a Monday. Right? All that time, I know catching some Z's. I know sort of doze off too. Right? Because I know I had to get up for work. You understand? Who does that? You so thirsty? No, serious, you know. You have to be real thirsty, boy. You going to meet a man, boy? A man going to meet a next man 12:45 a.m. in the morning from a grinder conversation? Huh? Just all you go make love to AI? Because you ain't going to know who you're chatting to. Just how AI go be sweet talking on these apps and all. I want to listen, you know. No, serious, why? Another man, you get robbed $27,500. You going for a car. 9:45 a.m. Barataria on 9th Avenue. Barataria have a police station. The police station is on 3rd Avenue. I used to live Barataria, so I know. The police have said on countless occasions, if you want to purchase anything online, if you want to do anything like that online, tell them meet you by the nearest police station. If they hesitate to meet you there, well, you know something wrong. So what is the problem? You all just dumb. You have to be. For goodness sake, man. All right, Chris, thanks. 7-year-old crash victim discharged from hospital. Commissioner of Police to look into reports of abuse at children's home. Acting Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin said he was not yet aware of a series of video clips of alleged cases of neglect and possible child abuse at a church-run children's home. Well, let me tell you something. There were two reports, the Robert Sabgo report and I think the Judith Jones report, where and one of our callers usually calls in and finds out about, and asks about these things and inquires, and nothing was done. You had all these reports of sexual abuse and all kind of abuse taking place in these children's homes, and you all never did anything. Now you have our next report, you're going to look into it. Look into it to do what? Nothing again? Ex-SORT officer loses suspension challenge. Tobago cops in police-involved shooting remain on active duty. Guyana vessel waiting for bad weather to stop. That's the vessel we show you that was, you know, that tilt. Well, Split Peas has been freed of a 2009 Diego Martin murder. That's the man nickname, you know, Split Peas, you know. Boy, the accomplice had to be lentils and red beans. Oh, good. Hey, I tell you. Split Peas is the man nickname, you know. Yes, sir. The peas and beans gang. Ah, boy. Split Peas was found not guilty of murder after a judge ruled the evidence against him was too weak and unreliable. We have the matter with the accused in the Vindra Naipal Kuman matter that I was supposed to talk about earlier this week. The former Attorney General supposed to be held accountable for that. They dropped the ball on that. They dropped the ball on that and allowed this judgment to take place. I think they could take it to the Privy Council now, you know. This current Attorney General. And stop that, you know. But it is ridiculous. They had enough time You understand? According to the article that I read, they had enough time, they knew the time frame, they had everything, and they failed to submit anything. And these men and them who have been accused of one of the most gruesome crimes in Trinidad and Tobago's history will be awarded $20 million. You could imagine that? That's to tell you the level of incompetence of the past administration. They couldn't even get that right. Saddam says amnesty for companies to file documents. We come into that. And the government names the new board for TSTT. The board members are Kern Das, Randy Ramtahal, Nadira Prabhudial, Kasalina Kishal, and Kyle Maloney. Das will serve as the chairman of the board. Okay, I see them here with Barry Padarat and my boy Clyde Elder. All right. Right, Pinal Dibe hit by floods but bracing for more. Cuba spared worst of bad weather. Ibis Gardens residents fear flooding, want riverbank repairs. I have a good partner of mine living down inside of there, you know, by Ibis Gardens. As a matter of fact, he carried me to not too far from the river, and on several occasions in the past, I went down there to check out the river and that kind of thing. So I hope that the worst doesn't occur down there, because I know they flooded out in the past as well. Hey, look, Paulo Kernahan. Paulo, morning boy. I like Paulo. Paulo have vibes, you know. Paulo has an editorial here, and the headline is "The Trouble with State Boards." Curious observers could be forgiven for thinking this is the first time a new government had been sworn in. There was a narrative in some news coverage implying that switching out state boards upon a change of government is a previously undescribed political phenomenon. It's almost as though some media houses have no institutional memory or any memory of what happened when the PNM ousted the PP government and regained possession of the seat of governance. That the convention of state boards demitting office needed to be explained by countless homespun scholars on Facebook is one of those head-scratching moments this nation produces prodigiously, right? The suggestion from some holdouts that they'd be staying put, during the Oka Seapol was a confusing source of vicarious embarrassment. A state board is a creature of the ruling party, an extension of the governance mandate, giving the government a multi-tentacled reach into the vastness of the administrative apparatus. And this is the fact. And they pretended, and he's right, some media houses doing like, oh my goodness. I think it's Kijan Haynes or one of them sit down in a press conference last week talking about Anil Roberts cyberbullying. Boy, listen, go and find some big boy pants and understand the thing now. That is ridiculous to even imply that. The level of ridiculousness that you have to be on, to even imply that. But when the mask fall off, it fall off, eh? He actually put that forward to the Prime Minister last week, you know, in the press conference, you know, on the state board issue, you know, that Anil Roberts trying to cyberbully members of state boards to resign and this, that, and the other, as if they do not know. Government changes. When the government changed, all of the boards on these state entities are politically appointed, and it's politically appointed for a reason. So that the government could move forward with their agendas, with the boards that they put there, the persons that they select to run these boards. It is automatic. When government changes, board resign, new board coming in, talk done. And some of them like I don't know, according to Paulo Kernahan here, and he's right, like they forget, conveniently now. And then they put it out there that this is some sort of weird thing that the current administration is calling for the board to resign, and like this is something untoward, the members of the board or something like that, when that is not the case. And then they sell that, and I'm going to phrase this very, 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 very bluntly. They sell it to the idiots who go and sit down by the bar now to have a drink and talk about it as if that is the reality. And that is how you dumb down a nation. That is how it is dumb down a nation. You understand what I'm saying, Chef? And me no kapalo could not write that, I know, but I was about to talk about that because you have Saddam Hussein coming and telling you how many state-owned companies are in breach of the Companies Act in terms of filing their annual returns, and that is put on the board. Every one of those boards should resign just based on that immediately. Some of those boards dealing in finance and investment, ought they to know better about filing their annual returns? They should know that better than anybody else. But look, God, TTT is one of them. They said the last time TTT filed the returns was 2023. And people want to sit down in this place like this is normal activity. Oh, well, nothing wrong with that. And that's what I tell you, when the shoe on the other foot is noise. You understand? When the shoe on the other foot is noise, you know. This is unbelievable. Let me get Eden Heights here before we go to the break and we introduce Chef. I'll introduce Chef before I go to the break. I've done 6:22. But Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. And they also offer consultation services including live blood analysis, diabetes, sport injuries, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. You could visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago. You could also give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. All right? So make sure and check out Eden Heights today. Also, let me get Palmstar now. Yeah? So Palmstar Promotions is giving your little star a chance to shine live on national television. And the 4th annual National Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge is set for July 12th at Lowlands Mall. Open to all primary school and homeschool students. Standards 3 to 5, ages 9 to 12 plus. The top school with the most entries and points walks away with a desktop computer. Plus, there are chances to win tablets, medals, and much more. Buy a Kotese Kotila dictionary at Charon's in Tunapuna, Trin City, San Juan, or Diego Martin and get 5% off. And you could register now by visiting Palmstar Promotions online or call Auntie Esther at 471-2604. That's right. Dress code, no uniforms, dress elegantly casual, and let's build confidence one word at a time, only with Palmstar Promotions. So Lowlands Mall will be the place in Tobago. Get those children registered. And finally, let me get flow now. Yeah, man, let me flow now. Let the rhythm flow. Let the rhythm flow. Let the rhythm flow. Hey! All right, so at Flow, customers are at the heart of everything we do. Flow is committed to keeping your rhythm flowing by being close when you need them and keeping you seamlessly connected. No hurdles, no hassles, just round-the-clock support from people who understand what you need. With 24/7 WhatsApp assistance, an all-in-one self-service app that makes it easy to manage your account, and in-store support when you need a familiar face, Flow is now more accessible to you than ever before. And they know that you depend on them for service that just works. So they're always improving their network and always working diligently to minimize interruptions. And if there's ever a problem, Flow will do whatever it takes to make it right. At Flow, they keep your rhythm flowing no matter what. And in the context of keeping the rhythm flowing, we're going to keep the rhythm flowing and say good morning to Chef this morning. Chef, what's going on? I know you're flying out the country this morning, this afternoon. But so nice for you to come and cook for us.
I'm trying to be a good man in the Caribbean and the rest of the world.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, this afternoon.
This afternoon.
Yeah, we
flight is this afternoon. Hopefully you get good weather by this afternoon. I don't know the weather.
Yeah. So
I've never flown in rain, eh?
Yeah,
I never fly in
I don't
rain.
think I ever flew in rain as well too. Can't remember.
Yeah, I never experienced flying during bad weather.
Bad weather.
And I don't want to. I really don't want to. Yeah, so what you have for us this morning? I know we'll talk about the breakfast buffet a little later.
Yeah.
But what you have for us this morning?
I'm doing some French toast.
Oh,
I'm doing
bon appetit.
Yeah, right now I'm
Oui.
doing some French toast. We're doing some sunny side eggs.
Sunny side eggs, right?
We have some sausages there. Some nice turkey sausages we saute up in some onions and pimentos and stuff like that.
All right.
And we have a nice muffin.
Oh, we got a muffin too.
With a muffin. And on the French toast, I put some cinnamon in it. And I'm going to put some little syrup on top of it.
All right, so we have a little,
So
okay, no problem.
that's the breakfast
I'm in
this
real
morning.
trouble this morning. I start off doing my workout and think good this week and that rain come and hamper me, you know, boy. I do 3 days straight, feeling good. I say, yes, Stefan, just keep it consistent.
But when I passed you over the weekend, Sunday,
Yeah, I was working out, yeah.
Heavy sweat, boy. I see heavy
You just
sweat,
want with
boy.
this, eh?
Heavy
You just
sweat,
want with
boy.
this, eh?
Heavy sweat, boy. What?
Yeah, I come out so, what going on, chef? Yeah, chef, I'm exercising or what? I say, yeah. Now I was working out good Sunday. The last workout I did was Sunday. I went Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And then Monday the rain came down heavy. No, I woke out, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then I missed Tuesday, Wednesday, and yesterday.
Right.
Because of the amount of rain.
Yeah.
I usually go out to my backyard now, but I have a nice backyard there. I like the backyard vibes.
Yeah.
You know? But say what? I'll get back to it.
Stefan, I want to just say hello. Just say thanks to this brand. This is Surma. It's a Turkish brand.
Oh, it's a Turkish.
You know I was supposed to go to Turkey, right?
Oh, we getting Turkish water this morning? I just want to know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I was supposed to head off to Turkey May month.
Okay.
But because we did the kitchen studio and stuff like that, I put my time into the kitchen studio to make sure the kitchen studio
Right.
developed and stuff. So it was happening. So this actually, strange enough, this brand is actually from Turkey. This is from
Okay, nice
So
man.
Turkey came to meet me in Trinidad.
Oh, beautiful.
So this is Surma. It's a sparkling water, mineral water, and they have lots of different flavors and juice. So I want to say thanks to them because they was one of the people who gave us complimentary when we had the soft luncheon and throughout.
Oh yes, when you had the
chef table event.
the chef table event. Yes.
So chef table event.
I remember
master
drinking the
classes,
sparkling. Yes.
They are part of it as well, and I want to say thanks to them.
All right, nice.
This is available, and I encouraging all different supermarket chefs, everybody to get involved in this. It's a
All
very
right, good
brand,
man.
Good tasting
What's the name
water.
of it?
Surma.
Surman.
Surma. Let me just.
Let me see Surman. Come. Chef, go down crossover into the promised land here. All right. Oh, Surma.
Yeah.
Surma, as in S-I-R-M-E.
Yeah.
Surma, spark. Oh, this is sparkling one.
Yeah, that is sparkling
And
one.
that one is what, the regular?
This is the natural mineral water.
Natural mineral water. And this is the sparkling.
Yeah.
All right, great man. All right, and from Turkey.
Turkey. That Turkey
All right,
brand.
good man. I like the color.
Yeah.
It matching it matching breaking on set, man. Watch.
Yeah.
It's sexy, eh? All right, nice. All right, so I tell you what, before we go to the break, just let me tell you about Chef Oats. We'll get to the breakfast buffet, but before we get to that, in the second hour, he has his certificate in culinary arts program that starts on the 29th of July. And to register for that course, all you need to do is call or WhatsApp Chef on 3724639 or 7375097. All right? And with that, we're going to go to the break. It's a good morning. We are having French toast, and turkey sausage and turkey water. We're in Europe this morning. Stay tuned.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a
master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw material.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle from the first restaurant in 1968 when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of T&TEC.
Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Let we go Vincy Mas this year. I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive parties, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch. It's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mas is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you, let we go Vincy Mas this year is June 27th to July 8th. And we in that. Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymas.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mas, on Facebook at Vincy Mas, or log on to www.vincymas.vc. Let we go Vincy Mas 2025!
The bass is dropping, the energy is rising, and Carnival City is about to come alive. On Thursday, July 31st, Carnival City will become one big party for Caribbean Melting Pot. Let's get it started. From Antigua, our future stars, Psycho, Soca Villain, Island Prince, Young Lyrics, G-Eve, Empress, Young Vice, and Kid Fresh, backed by the electrifying Caution Band. Feel the energy of our Soca diva, Claudette Peters. While Tian Winter will be bringing the heat.
Welcome to Antigua.
The energetic Skinny Fabulous and Triple K. And for the first time in Antigua, full blown.
I in a good spirit.
And from Trinidad, it's the long-awaited return of the monk himself. Double M, Marshall Montano.
When my team touched down, everything get wild.
Limited general advance tickets are just $100. House of Vibes drinks inclusive advance tickets are $350. More at the gate. Tickets on sale now on the ticketing app. More information coming soon.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh G. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution Master Santosh G. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh G at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jamieson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jamieson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jamieson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jamieson, here for your health.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. Reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
All right, people, so we're back on the inside, and we're just about 21 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. I want to give you the story with the Auditor General stopping the audit. Here with the Auditor General stopping the audit. The Central Bank Governor, or the Central Bank, rather. Let me say the Central Bank. Let me say the Governor. Right, so I have it here. Nice. Central Bank stops audit by Auditor General. The Central Bank's accounts are no longer being audited by the Auditor General. That fact was disclosed by the Central Bank on Friday, that's last week, in response to a request for information from the financial regulator and the government's banker to comments by Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar last Thursday. She said that for a second year, the Central Bank did not cooperate with the Auditor General's request for information. The Prime Minister said, quote, "The Central Bank Governor refuses to divulge information. This is the same Central Bank Governor who on 2 occasions with 2 successive Auditor General's reports has failed to provide information to the Auditor General. She went on to say, quote, remember last year when we had the $2.3 billion missing? It was because the central bank did not release information or allow the Auditor General to get the accounts to do her work. It has happened again. The Auditor General's report, which would be laid shortly in the Parliament, it has happened again. In response to the query from Guardian Media, the central bank said, quote, the Auditor General no longer functions as the external auditor for the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. The bank nonetheless considers the Office of the Auditor General to be an important institution in contributing to transparency and good governance of the fiscal accounts. The central bank remains willing to provide any information to the Auditor General related to any specific discrepancy in the fiscal accounts, end quote. Questioned on Friday about when and why the Auditor General stopped being the external auditor of the central bank, the bank responded on Sunday night saying, quote, BDO T&TEC is the external auditor of the central bank from the financial year beginning October 1st, 2023. There was no response to the question of why the Auditor General no longer functions as the bank's external auditor. The Auditor General audited the central bank's accounts for at least 14 years up to 2023. And all of a sudden, by the wave of a magic wand, that ended.
Yeah.
And there is some new external auditor now called BDO T&T. All right? The other thing that I wanna give you is the story of the OWTU demanding an overhaul at T&TEC. I want to share that story with you. The Oilfield Workers Trade Union Executive Second Vice President, Risa Ramlogan-Joda, demanded the immediate resignation of Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission Chief Human Resources Officer, Carmela Sargent, and the removal of the existing board as the union staged an action outside the company's office on Frederick Street, Port of Spain on June 11th. Ramlogan-Joda said the gathering was not a protest, but a coordinated action by employees on their scheduled days off or who had officially requested leave, ensuring operations at T&TEC were not disrupted. She said, quote, I want to make it absolutely clear that the intention of this action is not to be disruptive in any way. It is to send a message, and if the message is not heeded, then there is going to be an intervention by the workers. Ramlogan-Joda criticized Sargent's appointment, saying although the union initially accepted her external placement over 2 years ago, the relationship has since deteriorated. Among the union's chief concerns are stalled promotions, unfilled vacancies, improperly handled retirements, and most recently what the OWTU described as an attempt to unilaterally change the terms of the workers' medical plan. Ramlogan-Joda accused Sargent of scheduling and holding a meeting regarding the plan without union involvement, only informing the union afterwards and claiming they were absent. She added that Sargent had exceeded her time in the role and failed to foster good industrial relations. Ramlogan-Joda also called for the removal of T&TEC's current board, which she said remained aligned with the previous political administration and had become a barrier to organizational progress. She said the continued presence of the old board was creating confusion and stagnation at the management level. Addressing the medical plan again, Ramlogan-Joda said, while costs have increased significantly over the last decade, workers' salaries remain frozen at 2014 levels. She said the CHRO's proposed solution unfairly burdens workers and retirees. The union, she said, has historically supported retirees through negotiated settlements, but Sargent's plan threatens to reverse that support. When asked how long the union was willing to wait, Ramlogan-Joda replied, quote, we are calling for an immediate resignation. T&TEC has been functioning without her. We've been requesting meetings and getting no response. We can continue operating while a replacement is found. She hinted that further actions were likely if the union's demands were ignored. So here we have another board, which is the board at T&TEC, that up to now, up to June 11th, this election was was April 28th. April 28th. And you have another board still sitting on there and they didn't resign yet? And today's the 13th of June? Well, don't even talk about central bank. Right? They have two options with central bank. Either they fire the current governor, let him take them to court, and pay him down the road, right? Or pay him off or whatever the case might be, or they wait till his contract is up. And I'm not seeing in any media report how long again that contract has. But the fact that he is still there, right? Well, not still there. He is there because his contract would have him there. But the fact that he is there, and for all intents and purposes, he appears to be creating an obstacle, or he appears to be an obstacle in what the current administration is trying to achieve. And this is the problem and why those state boards have to go. Because they could sit down there and the government, the sitting government could want certain things done, and they have a different philosophy and different intentions and a different way of governing. And these boards could sit there and hamper that. And we go get what Saddam Hussein said in the second hour. But let me take some phone calls. 327-7400. Let's go. Hello, morning. Good morning.
Yes, sir, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Share your thoughts.
Boy, watchman. These state boards there for the last 10 years, these people, these are political appointees, and like the kind of bacchanal and kuchuru they create, they don't want to come out now because when the new board come in and they start to investigate, they might discover certain things.
Correct.
Now, my next thing too is
the fact that, you see what you just said there, it could give the impression now that the reason why they're taking this long to resign is because they're trying to cover their tracks. And they're being allowed to stay there and cover their tracks. If tracks have to be covered, and that is ridiculous.
But look at Caribbean Airlines, they never do an audit since 2015. And remember,
well, boy, don't even let me start on that.
No, but remember they created a special post, allegedly, for Colmenbo's son for big money. Now,
well, that is
what
we heard, yeah, it is alleged, yeah.
It is alleged. So anytime, if that is true and they get into the meat of the matter, then they could see where money that's supposed to be going towards taxpayers' benefit, going towards somebody's people that don't deserve it.
Yeah, but they did not select, the CAL board did resign, did they not, this week? I think a new board for CAL was selected. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it's time to investigate because, I mean, remember these managers and them, remember when them talking about millions and billions, remember their salary and perks in tax still, you know, so whether they make or they make, they're still getting the money.
All right. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the new board at CAL has been installed, man. I think the old board resigned. That's one of the places that the board resigned. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Safan.
What going on?
Central. Hi there. Well, boy, like the governor of the central bank want to get in a public spat with this government, but he will end up on the wrong side of a very short stick. You understand? Because at the end of the day, is it not in law that the Auditor General has to handle this? Does he wholly, I'm not sure, does he wholly and solely have the discretion to decide who audits the central bank's books?
I don't know, but I can find out.
Come on. I mean, it is apparent to me that all of these appointees that were politically put in, that they have to banker, that they don't want to leave. They get so accustomed sitting on the chair they sit down for the last 10 years. They feel it's their own. But it's the people's own. They have to get up and move on. Because look at something similar what Kijan Haynes was trying to imply last week when he was querying the Angostura board appointments and why should the board resign and who going to run the company? These are publicly traded companies. They have something called a corporate communications secretary. They run the company. The board the board just instructs the secretary to run the company. That's how these companies work.
Right.
What if it is a pilot they're running on? Come on, man.
Yep.
All of them getting on like they don't know. They don't know. They get on ignorant for no reason. Come on, man. The government change. The people want change, and they have to allow change to happen.
That's right.
And have it smooth. This is not smooth transition at all. This is holding a government, a new government, at ransom. And listen, this prime minister not taking this nonsense. So she gave them a little rope. But when she ready to pull on it, you see how much next.
No, she giving them some time, but eventually she gonna put on her foot and do what she had to do.
Yeah. You understand? But she don't have what she need. They can try and hide it all they want. They have a paper trail for everything. You understand? So
all right.
Time longer than twine, so we go see.
All right, cool, man. Yep. 9 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. Please be careful on your nation's roads, people. All right? Please be careful on the nation's roads. Hello, good morning.
Hi, man, Stefan. Good morning, man.
Morning. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Well, Stefan, is not only in the state boards that do that now, because I could give you some information like in the like ERHA. Most of the managers make them permanent.
In the
so
RHAs?
that is a big, yeah, most of the general managers is permanent. Under the P&M government.
Okay.
And nobody is checking into that. So most of the GMs and things in the Eastern Regional Health Authority is permanent, and somebody needs to investigate that, why that was done.
Okay, all right, I'll find out about that.
You can check it. You can check it for yourself.
Yeah, the RHAs. All right,
Eastern, not the RHA, the Eastern Regional Health Authority. I can tell you for sure, all the GMs are permanent.
Okay, no problem.
And the managers. So you can check into that.
Okay. All right, cool, no problem.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'll check into that and see. I'll see what information I could find out about that. But it's a serious situation because it's almost as if, people voted for change. You have to allow the people to get change on every level that is afforded to them when a new government comes in. Morning. Which includes those state boards. Yeah, go ahead.
When the opposition had their press conference, Mr. Collingwood had indicated why the board's not supposed to go and trial and all kind of nonsense. And it is as though they have given the board that they have appointed instructions not to move unless they are forcibly moved. But all of these things will come to pass in a short period of time. While all they're doing is trying to stymie the government's action from now until the next official budget is presented.
Right.
And things going to happen because there are a lot of legal minds within the UNC, and there are a lot of avenues for doing things. It's just that they want the government to forcibly move them. That is what they're looking for. To create a narrative against when UNC win, everybody wins. To say that all of these people losing and these things happening across the board. So they're trying to stymie the governance process. But it's going to happen because without money, the country carry on, and without knowing these things are going to happen. But everything taking place bit by bit, and it's happening.
Okay.
But no problem. Friday, rainy day.
Yeah,
rainy
boy.
day, warm food in the house. Chef inside there. What hot drink he making for you?
But the man, I thought we'd get a little soup as an appetizer, a nice little bowl of soup, something to, something to break the gas and warm up the engine this morning. But say what, we get toast.
It's nice.
Yeah, man.
Take a look at good. We have a good weekend. Blessings from above. Don't worry.
Yeah,
nice
man.
rain we getting now.
Yeah, man. 327. Oh, God. Hey, morning.
Morning, Steph. Blessings, man.
Blessings, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, concerning these state boards and them, bro.
Yeah.
The sad fact is that the last regime basically lacked accountability for themselves, and therefore that trickled down to these state boards now. And that lack of accountability and the wanton bad spending is enough grounds for these people and them to gracefully remove themselves.
Right.
And the previous caller did bring something up in terms of the PR or the negative PR that they're trying to place on the current government in terms of holding them accountable, and as an employer, removing them from the position that they're in for lack of efficiency in performance.
Right.
And everything clear to see. We don't need anybody to go in. We don't need no joint select committee to see these things. The public and the experience that we have had with these people and their service to the public, that is our experience. Nobody needs any expert to come in and address that again.
Yeah.
So yes, we understand that some of these people may have been installed during the past regime, but they have to hold themselves accountable. And also we as the employers, the citizenry and the government now in place have to hold them accountable as well.
Yeah.
So they need to remove themselves one. They need to open up all past documents for the last 5 to 10 years, because we have to assess their performance, because it wasn't being assessed before, because we're seeing all these lack of submission in terms of their financial operations, and they're lucky that charges haven't been brought against them already, because I think that is the next step for us as a citizenry to demand of our current government.
Okay.
For these people to be held accountable.
Yeah.
But I will leave it there for now.
All right.
Or you enjoy the Friday. Appealing to the ones in the flooded areas, please don't play in that bad water, that murky water. We don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
And we don't want unwanted disease spreading.
All right.
So you all have a good one. Chef, I ain't smelling it, but it's looking good. Bless you.
Yeah, man, thanks. Yeah, man. I'll take this final one here before we go to the break. I'll tell you about Electromatic and then we'll get to the break. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning, yeah.
Stefan, I guess the central bank governor's supposed to be under some contract or some kind of thing like that.
Yeah, he would be under contract. So they have until is either they allow the contract to run out, or
they want to pay him off.
Or they could fire him and pay him off.
Well, right, so that's a simple thing. But while that taking place, it is alleged that millions and millions of old money was changed during the expiry time in central bank. And it is alleged, but I know it's factual. So all these kind of things and the other little corruption things taking place. And you hear Rowley get a call sometime from BBC.
I know about that. What happened?
No, the plane crash in India. They thought he was the lone survivor, because remember he survived COVID 50 times and nothing happened. So they make a call to find out if he was the one that survived. Have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Take care.
Yeah, man. Oh, God, Lord have mercy. I don't. Let me go to the break and I'll go take that the last one before the break. Oh, God. You know, you bring up the issue of the old money and the changeover. That happened during COVID, right? Remember I was saying down here telling all during COVID, while all in lockdown, you don't know what moving outside. Containers of money moving, and we don't know where it's going. That was another thing. Here now, I would imagine, when this current administration get in there and start to dissect central bank, not only the forex, but that changeover in the money and all these little things that took place. Well, boy, I think some people go have a heart attack, if certain kind of information start to come out, Anyhow, Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, and we're going to remind you about Electromatic. So just in time for Father's Day, Electromatic Gate Systems is offering an unbelievable special. Get a free Wi-Fi module with the purchase of an Electromatic Gate system, and the Wi-Fi module allows you to open the gate remotely via your phone from anywhere in the world. Don't compromise your security. Enjoy peace of mind with Electromatic Gate Systems. And remember, they offer customizable packages along with reliable installation. So contact them today at 333-GATE. That's 333-4283. Electromatic Gate Systems, confidently securing the places you care about the most. And with that, we take a break. It is 7 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. We'll show you what Chef bubble up here this morning. And I'm going to eat. I'm not waiting. Just bring my plate for me one time. We'll be back after this.
The bass is dropping, the energy is rising, and Carnival City is about to come alive. On Thursday, July 31st, Carnival City will become one big party for Caribbean melting pot. Let's get it started. From Antigua, our future stars, Psycho, Soca Villain, Island Prince, Young Lyrics, G-Eve, Empress, Young Vice, and Kid Fresh, backed by the electrifying Caution Band. Feel the energy of our Soca diva, Claudette Peters. While T&TEC Winter will be bringing the heat.
Welcome to Antigua.
The energetic Skinny Fabulous and Triple K. And for the first time in Antigua, full blown.
I in a good spirit.
And from Trinidad, it's the long-awaited return of the monk himself. Double M, Marshall Montano.
When my team touch down, everything get wild.
Limited general advance tickets are just $100. House of Vibes drinks inclusive advance tickets are $350. More at the gate. Tickets on sale now on the ticketing app. More information coming soon.
Bad hair days? Not on our watch. Jameer's herbal line grows it. Natural styles and roots it. Thinning hair, we bring it back. Jameer, 100% natural. Love your hair.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now.
At +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of T&T.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leashia high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leashia flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leashia Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leashia Limited. Quality you can trust.
Beautiful color can be easy with Byen Easy Color for women. Byen has a gentle conditioning formula that leaves hair healthy and shiny. It's easy to apply. No stains, no drips. Byen Easy Color for women.
All right. Well done. Chef didn't mention the fried plantain. I think he mentioned the fried plantain. He mentioned the muffin, the eggs, the French toast, and the turkey sausage. My goodness, look at this plate of food now, boy. Chef, how am I supposed to go and work out when I leave here? Real food, you know, 4 slices of toast, you know. My goodness. Just when you thought it was safe to come outside, people. Oh boy. All right. So, I tell you what. I want to crack that sparkling water just now, boy. Yeah. All right, so as we return to breaking down this morning eyeliner, Chef ain't easy. Ooh, breakfast are champions, boy, fellas, boy. And while I talking, I had a pause on mine. And my food will get cold. Because I just get cold breakfast. The two of them eating in the back, you know. They get hot off the press, you know. Look, let me get flow. Let me keep the flow, let me keep the rhythm flowing with flow. I tell you, the rhythm flowing in that breakfast, but trust me. All right, so at Flow, their customers are their priority. So Flow's raising the bar and going all out for their customers with a commitment to be your partner that's always within reach and to provide you with a network that keeps getting better. Because you, the customers, are at the heart of everything Flow does. Everything Flow does is to ensure that they keep your rhythm flowing no matter what. And I tell you, boy, Chef, like, yeah, you're flowing this morning. You're in a different flow. All right? And people, we also want to remind you about Kolic. So we have the Kolic range of products, and it's backed by science with over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. And this is made from aged garlic extract, and that is organically grown and aged without heat to convert the harsh and unstable organosulfur compounds in garlic into odorless, non-irritating, and bioavailable compounds. So we want you to try any of the products in the Kolic range, and you're going to be amazed at the results. Trust me. The Kolic cleanse and digestion, the Kolic blood pressure health, the Kolic cholesterol health, the Kolic total heart health, and the Kolic circulation health, all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all includes the aged garlic extract formulation. On the topic of menopause that Dr. Watson was talking about yesterday, they have things for that too. Yeah, the Kolic line of products, you could ask about that. All right, so they got the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix, the Keodophilus Probiotics, and the Kolic Aged Garlic Extract introduces a powerful range of products that can provide the health benefits needed to live a strong life, supporting cardiovascular health, immune health, gut health, and much more. So all you need to do is pick it up at a pharmacy across the country, or for more information, you can WhatsApp them on 728-0338. That is 728-0338. All right. Also, I want to remind you about J&P Pest Control, because they are experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. They are armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites, and their professionally trained staff are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. So for a free inspection and quotation, you could contact them today at 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. You could also call them on 227-0835 or WhatsApp them on 2508397. You can email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com and let them shield your home or business from pesky pest. All right? Nice, man. So we're 11 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock, and we're going to run that clip from the post cabinet yesterday with Saddam Hussein. It's about 8 minutes long, but I think it's vitally important that you understand what he explains, because all of this falls under the responsibility of the boards as well. These boards are the ones to resign. And he spoke about the Companies Act. He spoke about certain companies, private and state-owned, that are in breach of the law in terms of filing their annual returns. I have a little small company called Stephen Rich Productions, right? And we filed our annual returns up to sometime last year. Yeah, you signed as well, right? Because you have the Culinary Academy. So how these state boards can't find their annual returns yet? What keeping them back? Anyhow, yeah. Surma carbonated natural mineral water has been joined by Surma natural mineral water. That's a sexy couple there, you know. Oh gosh. Hey. All right, I'll crack that just now. I'll get a glass. All right, so I'll tell you what. We're going to take you to the post cabinet yesterday, where Saddam Hussein gave some information as it relates to these companies. Take it in.
I am happy to announce that the cabinet has agreed and we have approved a company's amnesty for those companies that may have been affected with respect to the filing of various post-incorporation documents. So we will have a waiver of penalties for late filing, which will be published by legal notice from the period January 31, 2025 to September 15, 2025. And this matter was in fact approved by the cabinet today. So a company's amnesty, will be enforced, and I repeat again, from the 31st of January 2025 to the 15th of September 2025. It will be an amnesty that operates retroactively. And as you all know, with respect to what has happened at the company's registry, there was the introduction and the digitization of key services at the Registrar General's Department, in particular the company's registry. And this was in line with some of our obligations with respect to FATF and the Global Forum. In fact, when you look at the numbers with respect to cross and filing, there have been so far, for the period 1st of January 2023 to the 26th of May 2025, the filing of over 87,835 post-incorporation documents, which includes annual returns both for profit and non-profit and external companies, notice of change of secretaries, notice of change of directors, and notice of change of address. And it was published earlier this year, I believe, in the newspaper that with respect to an audit that was done at the Register of the Companies, conducted as of the 16th of May 2025, that approximately 27,649 companies are in default of the Companies Act, having failed to submit annual returns for more than 3 years. There was a strike-off exercise that was done, and the Registrar General would have struck off over 46,671 companies for failure to file annual returns. the Registrar General would have issued public notices for various companies to become compliant with this. Now, with the introduction of the amnesty and the extension of this amnesty period, it provides an essential opportunity for companies wishing to remain active to fulfill their obligations without incurring late filing penalties under the Companies Act, and to provide for those companies that have been struck out due to non-compliance so that they can in fact now be restored on the register. The Registrar General will not exercise the power of striking out of the registrar during the registry during this amnesty period. And I will give you some statistics just now of not only private companies that were struck out from the register, but there are a list of state enterprises that were also struck out from the registrar and have been non-compliant with respect to provisions under the Companies Act. We have been, as Minister of Legal Affairs, the Law Association did write to me expressing their concern with respect to this matter, and they have also made a request with respect to the company's amnesty. And this is one of the initiative of a very caring administration where we listen, we consult, and then we act. So during this period of the amnesty, persons have had difficulties with respect to the online filings and so on. The Registrar General's Department is prepared during this period to implement an over-the-counter filing system to assist companies in fulfilling their obligations, and the service is designed to provide essential support during this transition, ensuring that companies can efficiently update their records and, in fact, achieve compliance. However, I am reminding members of the public who are willing to avail themselves of this amnesty that they also have, while we have the over-the-counter filing, they must also be registered for a company's registrar's account, the CRA, to facilitate the attaching of paper filing to the digital identity of the applicant, and to ensure that the Registrar General upholds the integrity of the documents that were in fact filed. So this is us bringing some relief to persons, companies, with respect to the non-compliance in Trinidad and Tobago. We know we are now regulated under rigid regulations because of our FATF, CFATF, and Global Forum requirements. And I want to share with you the names of the state enterprises that were in fact struck out, and those state enterprises that are in fact in breach of the law, because I want to explain something to you. A state enterprise is incorporated, some of them, by way of the Companies Act. So it means that they have to comply with the regulations and the law of the Companies Act, just like any private company. The difference is that the shareholder in most of these state enterprises will be the corporation sole, which is the Minister of Finance. So they are obligated to comply with the provisions of the Companies Act. And every year on the anniversary date, the company has to file something called an annual return. If this annual return is not filed for a period of 3 years, the Registrar General has the power under the law to strike out the company. So the first company, and I'm sorry to disappoint Ms. John, is the National Marine and Maintenance Services Company Limited, a very critical company under the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. They were struck out on the 16th of January 2025. Tourism Trinidad Limited was struck out on the 10th of March 2025. So those two were struck out. These are the list of those companies that are now in breach of the law and have not filed their annual returns. Alutrint Limited, the Estate Management and Business Development Company Limited, known as EMBDC. T&TEC, Export TT, Golan Grove Buku Limited, that was the company set up with respect to the Sandals project. Invest TT, National Commission for Self-Help Limited, National Helicopter Services Limited, National Information and Communication Technology Company Limited, National Infrastructure Development Company Limited, that's NIDCO, the National Investment Fund Holding Company Limited, NIF, the Palo Seco Agricultural Enterprises Limited, PSAEL, the Rural Development Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, that's RDC, Minister Amin, the Cuva Medical and Multi-Trading Facility, CMMF Limited, Trinidad and Tobago Creative Industries Limited, Trinidad and Tobago Free Zones Company Limited, Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited, and the last one is T&TEC. I think they're here with us. So T&TEC, your last annual return was filed in 2023. So these are all of the companies that have not filed their annual returns within the prescribed period of the law. So both state enterprises and also private companies, privately owned companies, will also be able to avail themselves of this period of the company's amnesty, as I said, to bring some relief to people in Trinidad and Tobago. So I thank you all very much, and we are now all open to questions.
All right. Chef, come now. You heard that one, the second one you called? Tourism?
Yeah.
Tourism, TG?
Yeah.
That's the one you called?
Yeah, tourism.
What they deal with?
What they?
Or what are one of the things that they deal with that you are familiar with?
I promoting the culinary and the food festivals and things, man.
Right.
You know, I know organization we had a couple of years ago, we were reaching out to do this food festival, and anybody know me, and being in the food, I always advocating for food festival. I remember International Food Festival that we used to have many moons ago, to highlight our food culture is so diverse in Trinidad. We're so diverse, and all the other countries, I could tell you this.
Right.
All the other countries are flagship and have food festival on a national level. When was the last time we had that here?
Yeah.
And we tried to get it done, I think about 2 years ago, and it was literally shut down.
Yeah. And you flying off to Guyana this week?
Yeah.
For a food festival?
And I said it last year, and I say it again. I am offering my services.
Yeah.
Tourism in Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, so, well, that was one of them, but that's one of the functions of that particular state-run company. But, I mean, the list of companies there that are in breach of the law, that have not filed their annual returns yet, you're going to ask yourself why. One of them is InvestTT. Now, I don't really, I learned a few things there because I didn't know it's every 3 years.
I didn't know that too.
I did not know that. So, and there were a couple that he mentioned that were struck out.
Yeah.
Right? But there are people, you know, it's not like I don't have people who just do this. One of the sponsors to run, Stefan Run, right? They handle that. And that is financial and forensic accounting services. Yeah. That is one of the things they handle. Yeah. Filing your annual returns for you. Right? They're located in South. They do it.
In Gasperlo?
Uh-huh.
Are they in Gasperlo?
Yeah.
Who does my stuff?
That same company who do your stuff?
Yeah, who do my
right.
stuff?
Financial and forensic accounting services. They do it.
Yeah.
Also, like for me, I in town, Janice Lemon, Cricky is the one that did my annual, she filed everything for me. I didn't have to do anything. She just asked, I just gave her the information, wherever all the documents you have to submit, and she handled everything for me. Right? So, I mean, it's not like they can't hire people to do these things. So, they really have no excuse for not filing the annual returns. So,
I learned a lot what you said there from that press conference.
And this is the problem, you know, we have all these things that are delayed in filing. We have audits that have not been done in some state companies for years. This is insane.
And Caribbean Airlines, I think they were saying Caribbean Airlines haven't submitted something.
Caribbean Airlines?
Some financial report.
Well, I think so. But look at NLCB. Could anybody remember the last audit report that came out of NLCB?
NLCB, yes. Yeah.
How about that?
And I'm gambling.
NLCB is a cash cow for the government. Any government.
Yeah.
For the amount of money playing in Playway, Scratch, Pick 2, Cash Pot, Lotto.
Yesterday on the radio, they bring out some new stuff again.
Yes, and people gamble this on a daily basis. You have 4 draws a day. That is more draws than I have in my wardrobe. I do my 4 drawers in my wardrobe. 4 drawers a day, you know.
4 drawers a day.
Yeah. I must have 4 drawers hung up on my clothesline since Monday. It's only getting wet in the rain. I don't watch them over. That's the only place I might be able to find 4 drawers. Besides the play with that played every day. Let me take some calls. 327-7400. Let's get some conversation here. And once again, it goes back to the boards.
Correct.
Morning.
Correct.
Hello. Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, the companies can be struck off the register after 3 years. Is every year you have to register. I mean,
every year you have to file, but if you have not filed for 3 years, you could get struck off. Correct. Yeah, that's what he said. Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. All right, that's it.
Go on.
Caller? All right, you go on. Yeah. Right, every year you file. That's the reason why it's called annual returns. Yeah, every year it's annually you file. But I didn't know that you get struck off having not filed for 3 years. After I didn't know that 3 years was the. It has certain things I'm now learning about these things. I personally, because my company relatively new. Janice, what's going on? Look, Janice here. Janice, quick, talk to us. Cross.
Good morning.
Yeah, because you dealt with the thing for me.
Yes, first of all, I would like to suggest to the minister, do not do it until September. Give us till the rest of the year. The reason being is that this is going to create a whole lot of people coming into the Registrar General, and people have to stand up in lines for 1 hour to 2 hours trying to file their backlog. Give to the end of the year. Why September? The real purpose, or I think the real issue here is that you're telling people we want you to register for the online system. But there are a lot of people who do not want to give their ID information to the Registrar General. So they are refusing to sign up for the cross account.
Okay, this is as it relates to private companies?
Yes.
Okay, because the state, I just want to be clear on this. Those
state-owned, right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, the state-owned companies, they shouldn't have any problem with those things.
Well, again, the state-owned companies have individuals who do not perhaps want to set up their cross account, because the only way to get onto the online system, you must register. There is information that you have to submit. There are 2 forms of ID that you have to give. You have to give your birth paper PIN number. So there are people who are saying they do not want to do that. Some people don't even have an ID card as a second form of ID. So they have to give their driver's permit or their passport.
Okay.
So people saying, well, I don't want to give my passport information to the Registrar General. I don't know where it's going to end up.
Oh,
You see, you also have a lot of retirees as well who are not interested in giving out their information. They may not even have 2 forms of ID, only 1.
Okay.
So, there are a lot of underlying issues that the minister needs to look at when making this decision. And as I said, because I have been talking to them and saying, why all this short period of time? Because you came and you implemented the online system. Good? You're telling people, okay, we'll give you 4 months to bring your annual returns up to date. That is not enough time. He just said there were over 80-something thousand companies. 80-something thousand annual returns.
Annual returns, yeah.
That were filed in a short space of time. So what do you think is going to happen again? Give us till the end of the year. What is the problem? At least allow people to organize their annual returns. If people do not want to be a director anymore, then you can at least go in, hand in the hard copy, and take them off the company. Sometimes even to take them off now is an issue. Because you have to do a resolution.
Is it?
You have to.
Yeah, but Janice, is it that the system or the process itself is is just set up in a way that makes it too difficult? Is the system flawed then?
No, I love Cross. Cross has made life easy.
Okay.
Once you are a registered user.
All right.
And you understand what you need to do in order to fill the information onto the system.
Okay.
But there are issues with the system. For instance, let me give an example. I filed a return of issuance for shares.
Okay.
Went onto the database to do a printout of the information to ensure that what I submitted is in their database, to see that all the information on the beneficial owners wasn't there.
Okay.
Their ticketing system, they need to beef up on.
Okay.
Because you're going to have a lot of people sending in tickets, there's no response, so people get frustrated. I remember a guy left south to come to Port of Spain to ask a question.
Yeah, that's
and
insane.
I'm saying to him, it is insane. But again, you see, what the minister needs to do is to be talking to the people who are not lawyers, who are not accountants, who use the system.
Okay.
Because you know what?
That makes sense.
The same lawyers and accountants have staff that do the work. They themselves don't do the work.
Yeah, that's
staff.
nice fact.
So then right. Next thing, communicate. You want to do something, you just put it up on your website, and the public don't know. You have thousands of emails in the system. Well, send out an email to people. The system sends out an email every year reminding you, please don't forget that your annual return is due on such and such a date. Well, send out an email to people who are registered indicating what your changes are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Training. The training is not announced to the public. They'll tell you, oh, we do training for the accountants and the lawyers. And I'm going, but there are people like myself who do this job who is not an accountant or a lawyer. So send out an email to people who do the work.
Because remember, Janice, when it came to my filing, I remember he was calling me, and I said, Janice, you see me? I know in all of this thing, just tell my mother what it is you need and go ahead and proceed. I don't have time with that. Right. I'm telling you, I understand where you're coming from. I don't have time with that. So I just pass it on.
The headache to the work is getting people to agree to register, and then you try and you register them as well. But it is also the fact that they don't want to submit. So there's a process now to take them off.
Okay.
Right now, the goodly minister has said, oh, we're doing over-the-counter filing, but for taking off directors. But the thing is, do we still have to provide a resolution? Do we still have to, well, I know we'll have to submit do we still have to submit letters of resignation?
Right.
Because there's a whole, and then if your resolution doesn't have certain information, like I was told, oh, well, I'm not convinced that this particular director made any attempt at all to contact the other two directors. And I'm going, what? But the man saying his resolution that his affidavit that he did try to contact them, and you're telling me that you're not convinced he made an attempt to contact the other two directors?
Wow.
Come on. What do you think a statutory declaration is for?
Okay, but let me, I pressed on time here, but let me just ask you something.
Right, good.
Now, you went up for the Martin West under the PEP as part of the coalition.
PEP.
Right, as part of the coalition of interest, right? Have you spoken to Saddam Hussein on this?
No, I have not, because what I have discovered is that the cell phone numbers that were used during the campaign, like people are no longer responding to those numbers.
What about government number now?
Right. Well, even to try to get onto him is an issue because when I call, sometimes you can't get through to on the main line. You don't have an extension, and then executive secretaries block for their bosses.
Now we'll see what we can do about that. Saddam has been on this program on several occasions. That's my MP. So, yeah, that's my MP.
Okay.
I mean, I registered in Port of Spain now. So now I vote Port of Spain South. But that has been my MP for a while. He's always communicated with me. So I'll see if I get on to him. Because what you're saying here, it makes sense.
I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's speaking more to the accountants and the legal part of things, but he's not, maybe he has not understood or he has not spoken to the people who have to use the system so that you can get a better understanding of the difficulties that they're facing. Because we have to face the reality. People don't like to go through things that frustrate them.
Correct.
That is
and also,
simple.
Sometimes as well, because it's only $40.
Yeah.
It's only $40 to pay for the annual return filing.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of business people prefer to do it themselves than have to pay somebody $800.
Right. But
you understand? So, well, you see, you were very smart because you didn't tell the public how many years you had not filed. But don't try that. I'm listening to you this morning.
No, but you charge me less. You charge me less. You charge me less.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Not only that, they say 3 years to take you off the register.
Right.
But people have not filed for more than 3 years and are still operating.
And still operating. Wow.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can...
And they would have had a lot more companies deregistered. And one correction, I want to make a quick thing. When I was talking about the taking off a director, it's a statutory declaration. I said affidavit, resolution. But it's a statutory declaration that the person have to do if they want to... If the company, would like to take them off because they do not want to register for a cross account. So there's a series of documents that they have to have before they can go to the counter, and then it has to go upstairs to legal, and then they tell you, well, we will call you. And then you sit down and you wait and you wait and you wait, and if you wait, you'll wait forever. So you have to go now into them and say, listen, I sent in my documents. What is the status?
Yeah.
You may be lucky to get an email address of somebody who you can send an email to, right? But ordinarily, the frustration is when there's no communication.
Okay.
Communication is lacking.
Okay.
Badly.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can line up between you and the minister. Let me see if I get on to him.
Okay, that would be wonderful.
All right,
Thanks
cool,
so much.
Yep.
Take care there. Bye-bye.
With that, all right, so that call was lengthy but very informative. All right, so I got to take the break. Because we have commitments to fulfill. So I have to take a break. But yeah, Janice charged me less than that, man. Yeah. No, but what she's saying, and I didn't take that into consideration because I was going on the information based on what Saddam would have gotten and what he read out. But it's true what she's saying, and we have to face that. There are some systems and some processes in Trinidad and Tobago that is just totally frustrating, and people will either go around it or not bother with it at all. And they wouldn't bother with it until it bothers with them. And at that stage now, you have a whole backlog to see about, and that kind of thing now. But we had to make these, I think you had to make it an easier process. She raised some issues there. So those are things that they could probably look into. I will see if I get a hearing with Saddam Hussein. Saddam has always taken my calls. He's always communicated well with me. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't now. So I'll see if I can line that up, because Janice has been speaking about this cross account. She has come on this program twice before to educate people on the cross account and how to set it up. Yeah. She does the work along with other agencies. And from my perspective, I thought it was easy peasy because I passed it on to Janice to see about it for me. But if I had to do it myself, you hear the kind of frustration because she had to go through that.
I got mine through.
I rather pay people to take that frustration.
Forensic and them got mine for me as well.
Right. So we didn't go through it personally. We pass it on to the agency to handle it. So that's why, and then it happened and they say, hey, all right, if annual, but we really don't know the process and what they would have go through and how much question, how much back and forth they would have had there. So, yeah, that's something that we had to take into consideration. But that's private companies. I understand that the state-owned companies would have maybe some of the same concerns, but I still say they could do the same thing. The state companies, if they wanted, they could have passed that on. They just don't spend so much bad money already. Yeah. They could have passed that on to agencies as well, and the agency would have taken care of it. Well, I charge them about 10 times what is usually charged because it's company, but nevertheless, but they could have done it. But we take the break. When we come back from the break, we'll go back to the phone lines. Stay tuned. And don't forget Sunday's Father's Day, no? Yeah, man.
Father's Day, man.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Beautiful color can be easy with Byen Easy Color for women. Byen has a gentle conditioning formula that leaves hair healthy and shiny. It's easy to apply, no stains, no drips. Byen Easy Color for women.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Bad hair days? Not on our watch. Jameer's herbal line grows it. Natural styles and roots it. Thinning hair, we bring it back. Jameer, 100% natural. Love your hair.
The bass is dropping, the energy is rising, and Carnival City is about to come alive. On Thursday, July 31st, Carnival City will become one big party for Caribbean Melting Pot. Let's get it started. From Antigua, our future stars, Psycho, Soca Villain, Island Prince, Young Lyrics, G-Eve, Empress, Young Vice, and Kid Fresh, backed by the electrifying Caution Band. Feel the energy of our Soca diva, Claudette Peters. While Tia Winter will be bringing the heat.
Welcome to Antigua.
The energetic Skinny Fabulous and Triple K. And for the first time in Antigua, full blown.
Good spirit.
And from Trinidad, it's the long-awaited return of the monk himself. Double M, Marshall Montano.
When my team touched down, everything get wild.
Limited general advance tickets are just $100. House of Vibes drinks inclusive advance tickets are $350. More at the gate. Tickets on sale now on the ticketing app. More information coming soon.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji, are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weather Master Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw materials.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
All right, so we're back. And as we return, we're good, boy. We're 7:49, boy.
Yeah.
We still have a break to take? All right, let me get into the birthdays and the Father's Day greetings. Yeah. And then we'll take the break and come back and close. Huh? Seriously? All right. I didn't realize that break was, that last break was so long. Now, what time we went to the break?
That was really long.
Went to that break like 7:30 something and come back 7:49.
Like almost like 8-9 minutes.
When I went to that break?
After Janet's call. Yeah.
Good boy. All right, yeah. All right. We pressed for time this morning.
Yes.
All right, let me see if I can squeeze a couple calls, some quick ones before we go to the final break and just come back and before I get to the birthdays and stuff. Line up the birthdays now. Go do them before the last break, and then we'll just come back and say bye-bye. All right? 327-7400. Let's keep it short and sweet here in this session. Morning. Hello?
Is this breaking down?
Yes, it is. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Good morning.
Hello? Yeah, good morning. What is the concerning the Companies Act? The reason why all these information that is needed is that ID cards, birth certificates, and things like that, is that over 5 years ago, a shipment of citrus canned fruit juices went to West Virginia. The FBI, a container of fruit juices. The FBI opened the containers and find cocaine. What happened now? They find out when they did the investigation, okay, which company was responsible in Trinidad for shipping the cocaine. When they went and looked up at the Companies Act, they found out the company was not registered.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Yeah, don't call them company name, eh? Go ahead.
No company. No company name.
Right.
And so therefore, it looked bad in Trinidad that we are using delisted companies to transport cocaine. So therefore, I understand the purpose of ID cards, understand the purpose of birth certificates, and everything involved to identify the people.
Okay.
And there is something called what obligation? Beneficial ownerships also. So all these information is important. So this young lady who called before and want to bypass that is that we will become a cocaine transport company.
No. She not saying to bypass it. She never said that. She said some people don't want to give their information, and that is what prolongs the process or stops the process. Is that you might have people sitting on a board or that don't want to give their personal ID and that kind of thing now. But she never said anything about go around it.
But what I'm saying it is important to give all those information.
Yeah. We understand that. All right, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We understand the importance for all that information. But what I'm saying is when Janice was talking, she's saying that there are some people who do not want to give their identification information and this information and that information. Some people they're not too comfortable with it. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
I think what Miss Janice had said, you have to put our information on the system if you want to do it online. And that is when the people don't want to put the information out there.
Right.
Right? That was the information she talked about.
Yeah.
Right? But the issue, the Registrar General, I thought is networked throughout the other government entities, and they could get that off the bat without even you putting it in. Stefan Rees. I believe the Registrar General could network with the EBC and they could get that. So putting it in is giving them the information, yes, but they could get it. I believe they could get it. I could be wrong. Right? I believe they could get that information anyway. But since all they didn't know that if it don't fire within 3 years, it will be taken off the system. Your name is published. The company's names is published in the newspapers when it is deregistered. But I realize people don't buy newspapers again. Right? So for many years, the Ministry of Legal Affairs publishes the companies that are delisted, and the population will see the company name.
Okay.
But it's very unfortunate that government companies, limited liability companies, are not doing their work. What they are getting paid to do? They have an accounting agency, they have lawyers, they have accountants, they have an accounting team, they have board of directors. What am I really getting paid to do? If it's a mom and pop something, I can understand that. Because the price for accounting services and legal services is not cheap. You know that.
Of course.
You understand? And you want the best. You don't want to give somebody your money because all you give an accountant or a lawyer as a fee to do something.
Yeah.
Once you sign a document, if the government they're looking for you, you know.
Yeah.
They're looking for the person who put out the paper, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good
morning. All right,
morning.
man. And you know, we were talking, all right, that's all the time I have. All right, we pressed for time this morning. We were talking just now, you know, if you are appointed to a state board, you shouldn't have any problem giving that information. It should come with the appointment. You understand? So that shouldn't be an issue for the state boards. You understand? But we'll see. Jamieson, before we get to the birthdays, I'm going to do the birthdays, we'll take a break, come back and say goodbye. But Jamieson, we want you to boost your immune system. Yeah, because always see how the rain falling, you know, the weather like, you know, that kind of thing. Although I find people who really get sick in rainy season, but nevertheless. Boost your immune system with Jamieson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as your cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jamieson trusted vitamins and minerals. And let me get the M&M now. Let me just plug them now. Married and Mischievous. They got the last call for the Married and Mischievous is this weekend at Cipriani College, and 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, Saturday showtime is 8:30 p.m. Sunday showtime is 6:30 p.m. All right, so I want to big up the whole promotion, all the actors, everybody. They've had a very, very long run. They were on the program promoting it as well. They had an interview. So Married and Mischievous, the last call, Cipriani College, 2 nights only. All right, so get those tickets. The box office has them. And anything can happen, boy. Prepare yourself. Yeah, it's tons of laughs. All right, nice one. All right, and just finally, let me just plug St. Benedict's there. With the fundraiser that they have. It's a fundraiser, and you know, when the schools having the fundraisers, we give them a blind. So the St. Benedict's College Bazaar and Brain Cooler takes place this Saturday, the 14th of June, from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it's a bazaar and barbecue. The barbecue, I think, is running from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and $55, man. Very affordable. So make sure check out St. Benedict's College this weekend for the bazaar. When last time you went to a bazaar, chef?
Wow.
I ain't go to bazaar in years, you know.
Years already?
Yeah,
That was
that in Pan Alley, they had the full works in this.
That was the in thing,
full
you know.
works.
Bazaar was the in thing.
Yeah, the ring toss, everything. And of course, chef has the Father's Day buffet menu, not on Father's Day. It will not be on Father's Day. But you could call chef on 372-4639 or 737-5097 to get more information on this. I'll speak a little bit more about it because I don't want to confuse people and they hear Father's Day buffet and feel it's this Sunday. But it's on the 29th of June.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. So we got some birthday greetings and Father's Day greetings to get to. Let me see how much we have. Oh God, 15 of them, boy. That is excluding the ones I just sent you. I just sent you 2 emails. A birthday and a, oh, look at there. Yeah, that is 15. All right, so it's 15 of them, yeah. Good, we're going over again today, boy. All right, take a break. We'll come back and do it.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leashia high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leashia flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leashia Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leashia Limited. Quality you can trust.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
The bass is dropping, the energy is rising, and Carnival City is about to come alive. On Thursday, July 31st, Carnival City will become one big party for Caribbean Melting Pot. Let's get it started. From Antigua, our future stars, Psycho, Soca Villain, Island Prince, Young Lyrics, G-Eve, Empress, Young Vice, and Kid Fresh, backed by the electrifying Caution Band. Feel the energy of our Soca diva, Claudette Peters.
You can't find me in a
While T&TEC Winter will be bringing the heat.
Welcome to Antigua.
The energetic Skinny Fabulous and Triple K. And for the first time in Antigua, Full Blown.
I in a good spirit.
And from Trinidad, it's the long-awaited return of the monk himself. Double M, Marshall Montano.
When my team touch down, everything get wild.
Limited general advance tickets are just $100. House of Vibes drinks inclusive advance tickets are $350. More at the gate. Tickets on sale now on the ticketing app. More information coming soon.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results that open minds. It's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
All right, so we're back. Now, before we get to the birthdays, just some information to update. From Financial, remember I told you one of the sponsors around Stefan run Financial and Forensic Accounting Services Limited, who handled chefs' annual returns. They sent me a message saying one of the reasons, and not the reason, one of the reasons. So one of the reasons that they may have embarked on the strike exercise is because there was an attempt to take Trinidad and Tobago to the European Union blacklist. And there was a workshop where all accounting and legal firms were invited last year around October, and they were informed about it. If you all remember, when Imbut was Minister of Finance, there was a threat that Trinidad and Tobago would end up on the EU blacklist.
Correct.
If you go back and you all should, that jogs my memory. Now, they go on to say, while it is understandable, the attempt to take Trinidad to the EU blacklist, the method of striking off with no notices sent directly to company owners was very much draconian. It was published on the Legal Affairs website only. They moved away from filing it in the Gazette, and that was amended as per the Miscellaneous Provisions Bills Act, October 2024. Now, it is difficult to get clients to provide the necessary documents to set up their CRA, but that information is not available to the public. Only the Registrar General's Department, and there are a lot of bugs in the system, so that makes it difficult as well. This amnesty given is very much welcome for this period. Yeah. Now, I know they say September, but look, if you want people to come to the table and start to get their annual returns filed, you're going to give them a short time frame. Yeah. To create panic, right, of some level, that, you know. So I know Janice is saying, why not to the end of the year? But I believe that when coming down to closer to September, they're going to extend it.
Yeah, they would.
They're going to extend it. And that's how it's good. But they can't say, if they go ahead and say, you have a year, people are going to drag their feet. They'll say, well, I have a year, yes, I go deal with that, you know. But when you hit them like this and you say, well, okay, we're in June, you have until September, July, August, September. No! You're like, oh, good, September? Look, let me start putting in place. So now, they're more likely to act faster. But coming closer to September, I would expect there would be an extension. All right? Just some other information very quickly here. I tell you, it's real thing, boy, fellas, boy, real thing. Right. The central bank governor, on the central bank governor's contract, he got a new 3-year contract in December of 2023, and it will end in December of 2026. So you have a little over about a year and a half again as the governor. Yeah, cut rope. Yeah, I feel so too. And by the way, yesterday, on the issue of the Police Service Commission, and who selected earlier here with Christopher, that was the Judith Jones PSC. They were hired, and they gave us earlier, not this current Police Service Commission that threw out Guevaro's name. All right? So I just wanted to clear that up. All right. Let's get into it very quickly here, fellas. Woo! Nice. This is well, all I know my father. My father passed away in 2022. I miss him dearly. But I never miss the opportunity to still tell him happy birthday and happy Father's Day. Yeah. And everybody should. Now, he's in a picture here with my uncle and his elder brother, Savage. Everybody knows him as Savage. Or Michael. Michael is his government name. Savage is his nickname. Everybody always call him. We all used to call him Savage. Right? Savage passed away before. Right? So, my father lost his daughter, and then his big brother, who he was very, very close with. And I think, you know, that really took a toll on him and things like that, right? In the middle there is the geezer, you know, the matriarch of the family, that's Stella. They're all deceased, but that's my father and his big brother with their mother. You know what really stand out in this picture, boy? If you're Aris, that Heineken in Stella hand, Stella was a Carib drinker. You couldn't tell Stella nothing about a Carib, you know. So I shocked you, I seen this picture with this Heineken. Where is But Daddy, happy Father's Day, man.
Yeah.
Miss you dearly. And your smallest son get married. In your absence, you know what I mean? But I know it was around. You'd be around still, you know, looking down on him. You know what I mean? And I telling you, my little brother, he had my father face in print. Yeah, boy. He's frightened me sometimes. Sometimes I watch him and I see my father and I say, oh, God. You know, but Daddy, I miss you. And we go meet again, but not yet. Not yet. My time is not here yet. All right. Where else we going? Okay, pop this next one. This is our good friend Angel Alcazar. Angel does the massage therapy at Run, Stefan Run. Very good friend of mine. And I'm a very good friend of her husband as well. You know Angel, yes, yes. But hear this one, fellas. Fellas, what all you would do? Tell me what all you would do. Or the sentence that your woman should give you, your wife. Not woman, your wife. Morning, bro. I real late with this. But Angel birthday was last week, Thursday. We supposed to tell you, but I clean forget. Was supposed to tell you, but I clean forget. A shame. Wishing my beautiful and loving wife a happy belated birthday. Sorry for being extremely late with this. We will make up for it on a long weekend. Andreas, look, miss you with that. Angel just stoops at you. Good morning. Also want to send out a Father's Day greeting to my dad, Sam Bowler, from your two children, Samantha and Shane. All right, so Sam, happy Father's Day to you. Lovely. Oh boy, we have plenty this morning. Good morning, Stefan and Breaking On crew. I just want to send out a birthday greeting to my brother, Shane Bowler. His birthday is on Sunday, the 15th of June. May God grant him good health, peace, and prosperity from Samantha, mom, and dad. All right, that's 4. The couple, yeah, 11 to go. Good morning, Stefan. This greeting goes out to Shamir Khan for Father's Day. Shamir, our children are blessed beyond measures that they can call you dad. You're a loving, caring, and kind-hearted person. You're the best father to them, and for that, I'm forever grateful. This is from his sons, Amir, Fazir, Zahir, and Samir. They love and appreciate all you do for them. Have a wonderful day. So, happy Father's Day going out to Shamir Khan. Yep, we're going again. Happy Father's Day going out to Harilal Suraj. That ain't Harilal. That is not Harilal. This one, I don't picture. Yeah, that he ain't Harilal. Happy Father's Day going out to Harilal Suraj, coming from his children, Alistair, Camille, Elizabeth, Brian, and Lydia. Also from his granddaughter, Katrina Samaru. All right. Right, here we go. We would like to wish a special guy, Messiah Chambers, a very happy birthday from all his grandmothers, his parents, Mama and Papa, and his godmother. God bless you forever. All right? So that is Messiah Chambers. Right? Happy 57th birthday going out to Chinese. May you have an awesome birthday and many more amazing ones in the future, filled with great health, happiness, and fun. From your loving wife, Shari, son, Asa, mother-in-law, Indira, sister-in-law, Sisma, and brother-in-law, Roxroy. All right. Roxroy. Interesting name. First time I've heard that one. Good morning, Stefan. Can you please wish our father, Munira Mohanlal, a happy Father's Day. All the best from your loving wife, Anne, your sons, Vinod, Vinesh, and Verin, daughters-in-law, Sasha and Diane, and granddaughter, Shreya. Happy Father's Day going on to Muniram. That was a street in St. James named Muniram Street. Wishing Brian a happy 14th birthday, celebrating it on the 15th of June. Birthday greetings coming from mom and dad, Carol and Billy, and brother Brandon. Hope you have an amazing day. Nice, man. Happy birthday, man. Brian. Ooh, we have a few more here. I could make it. Hey, Breaking Dawn team, happy Friday and good morning from the Sister Isle. I would like to wish my loving parents, Clyde and Shahidan Yaqub, a happy 45th wedding anniversary and also happy Father's Day to my dad. They're celebrating both on Sunday the 15th of June, coming from their children, Shariza and Shazad, and grandchild Samiria, in-laws, friends, and family. May Allah's blessings continue to flow their way. And no problem, man. They say thank you, I say you're welcome. And we got 4 more. Happy Father's Day, blessings to my grandfather, Kishore Bagwandine, my father, Richard, my uncles, Richard and Rory Kishore, from Monica, Lisa, Seth, Rosin, Ada, and Celia, and myself, Rachel, Faith, Ramai. Thank you, Stefan. All right, no problem, you're welcome. So Kishore, happy, what is this? Father's Day, happy Father's Day. To both father and grandfather. Right, 14th of June, which is tomorrow, Monica Kishore will celebrate her 76th birthday, wishing her God's choicest blessings. May your day be filled with good health, happiness, and many more birthdays to come. Enjoy your day from your husband, Kishore Bagwandine, your children, Lisa, Richard, and Rory, your grandchildren, Seth and Rachel Faith Ramai, Rosini and Aiden Kishore, her in-laws, Richard Ramai and Celia Kishore. All right, they got double dose there this morning. And 2 more. Happy birthday going out to Richard Lal from Canada, from your Trini family, Terrence, Neela, Pamela, Celine, and Chad. All right, hope to see you soon. All right, nice man. Easy, Richard. And finally, we love and appreciate you. I thank God for giving you to us. You are a ray of sunshine. Father's Day greetings going out to Patrick Thornhill. You don't just hold my heart, but the heart of the family. Ooh. Wow. All right. Thank you for being a loving and caring dad to our little ones. Love you, Shortfoot. All right. Nice man. So that's it for the greetings here. I want to say happy Father's Day going out to Chef, going out to Director. Hard luck, Chris. You haven't reached there yet. And all of the fathers across Trinidad and Tobago and all of our viewers who are fathers. Happy Father's Day to you guys. Enjoy it on Sunday. Chef, any final word?
Father's Day greetings to everybody. Have a safe weekend. Our day is wet. Be careful, guys. Have a safe weekend. And I just want to say for the water, that the summer water, you can get at Jasco Marketing and Distribution, 298-5848. Have a good weekend, guys. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Enjoy the weekend. See you on Monday. We out.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.